Okay, so basically, oh, what's it? Oh, you know what? You know what? That's okay. I'll worry about that later. So basically, we were trying to figure out what we're going to do today, and I had this idea a couple weeks ago that maybe we could have Gemini essentially create sort of novel video game levels. And the canonical video game that people play, for whatever reason, it used to be kind of Super Mario Brothers. And so I just said, can we do something stupid, which is sort of Gemini just coming up with fine-tuning Gemini to come up with new Super Mario Brothers levels. And the question is, and the Super Mario Brothers thing is a little bit silly, but let's say you wanted to do that for game X, how would you do that? And really, one of the preconditions is that you're able to describe the state of the game as text. And so in this case, I know this is a little bit small, but basically I found an implementation of Super Mario Brothers where you can basically describe the levels as text. And I just fine-tuned Gemini on essentially a bunch of things. And what we got out of this, one second, let me see if I can turn this up. All right, let's see. All right, so what I got out of this is a bunch of Gemini-induced Super Mario levels, right? And let's just see. Actually, does somebody feel like? Does anybody actually want to come up and try these? They're not all playable, by the way. And let's see. I got to hold this mic here. Actually, can you? Let's see. It's a little bit wacky, isn't it? So the funny thing about this is all the levels are terrible in the sense that they're not very exciting. The latency is probably horrible over the thing. Yes, actually, you know what? I'm just going to start over real quick here. So this is and try this one. So this is one of the first levels that Gemini came up with. And so I think we'll see if you can get over these guys. So, but one thing you notice is at some point there's a Goomba dropping through the sky and you run out of ground, right? And so I realized there was this funny thing. Gemini is not very generous with ground. So one of the things that it loves to do, it comes up with these fantastic levels that are unplayable because basically you can't run anywhere. And so some of the feedback I said, listen, bro, I need some ground. I need some ground. And so this is, let me just see if I can go to the next one here. Okay, so so I asked it for ground and it gave me this thing. And then like there's nowhere to go, bro. I'm like, Gemini, please, dude, you gotta give me something playable. Let me just see what's going on here. And so this is the next thing again, like it's a little bit, okay, this one's a little bit better. I don't know if you can make it, dude, but there are things at least to jump on or whatever, right? But still, it just looks weird, right? And the crazy thing is, like, some of these pipes you can actually go inside or whatever. Let's see with this one. And then, okay, this is an interesting evolution. So again, it's groundless, which is a little bit weird, but there's a nice, actually, if you can make the hops or whatever, but there's a nice, relatively kind of unambiguous path to the end of this thing. Maybe give it one more shot. And then I wonder if, anyway, if you make it to the end or whatever, there's kind of a nice Easter egg. I'll put it that way, dude. All right, well, okay, let's see. So let me see. Let's see if we can get to the end of one of these things. I think this one's kind of short, actually. And then if it helps, by the way, I think the latency is probably low on this. If you want, I said, it's far away. Yeah. Oh yeah. See if you can go to the end of this thing. Okay, I think this one might be. Let's see. Let me find one which is unambiguously playable and short. Okay, here we go. What's that? No, and that's actually fantastic, right? So I think that's basically something you could do. Essentially, what I did is I just presented with a bunch of levels, and I said, listen, just on the basis of these levels, create new ones. Yeah. Right. Exactly. And so this one's a little bit tough. If you can, and actually, okay, so actually this is an interesting evolution. So one of the things that Gemini did in this level, so if you take the bottom root, which is funny, this is unplayable. And it turns out that if somehow you were able to go from here to the thing to the top, there's one playable path in this level. And actually, so from this point forward, and this is around the time that I just fed all of the Super Mario data we had, Gemini was actually reasonable. So if you can see the evolution in the levels, like there's legitimately ground, right? And so this is a trick. Somehow I don't think you can get, but I think if you go somehow you can. And then this warp takes you somewhere. But this is an evolution in the sense that at least we're getting ground or whatever, right? Yeah. This is all basically just JavaScript. And then at some point it started playing around with the mushrooms again. Maybe you can give it a shot. Oh yeah, that one's a tough. So let me just see. There should be one playable level. Let's just see. Oh, we got an underworld or underwater here. But so the funny thing about these levels to me, it's a little bit uncanny because it reminds me of an LLM creating poetry, right? Or at least like a year or so ago, in the sense that it's sort of like Mario Brothers, but it kind of sucks, it's like it's okay, right? I like. There you go, dude. Yeah. Well, what I'll do is I'll put this up on GitHub or whatever, and then you can let's see if we can try one more here. This one is actually this one is rough. So at this point, actually, at this point in the evolution, Gemini is actually putting these relatively sophisticated levels together. And so this one in particular, there's this really complicated series of like levers. And the thing is, this level is playable, but it's actually really difficult. It requires like some crazy precise timing. But the thing that pleased me about this is that it appears as though, given more training data, Gemini is actually evolving in some sense and creating more sophisticated levels. So I don't know. Oh, and it's the same thing. Let's see if there's anything interesting. See if you can finish this one. Maybe this is. Yeah, there's this crazy Easter egg at the end. Here, you know what? Let me see if I can play this thing. All right, so here, can you hold this? Let me just see if I can do this. I don't know if this is one of the playable ones. So it looks kind of like a level, but let's just see. Okay, here we go. This is beautiful to me. This is a work of poetry. All right, so you see the flag? All right, this is actually this kid made it. I love this. Oh, yeah. Okay. So no, but Mario dies. And like to me, that's just like anyway, man. Anyway, somehow, so it's almost like it came up with it. But I basically just said create a Mario level. But if you finish the level, Gemini has the last laugh, and it's like, you know what, bro, there's gonna be no floor. Like you're just gonna. So anyway, that just I thought that was an interesting experiment. But like you said, we can probably do some reinforcement learning, and I think there's some interesting things we can do just to get better levels. And that's it, Matthew. By the way, do you have any slides, or how are you?